Welcome to my introductory video on the use of TED-Ed in a method of producing a flipped video. This is possibly the easiest method of producing an interactive video. Okay, let's actually start the program. So go to Google and type in TED-Ed and need to sign in. If you haven't done this before, you'll need to basically register. I have already done this, so I will just enter in my email account. And password, and remember me, I'm in. Okay, as we go in, you'll notice this is the introductory part of TED-Ed. This is actually how my little dashboard looks. If I look up the top up here, you'll see there that I have 17 videos, and these are the 17 flip videos that basically I've made or used other people's. Alright, so let's actually see what has already been made. Now, what is a flip video? According to TED-Ed, a flipped video is a video that basically has a whole lot of questions that have been embedded within the video. Now with TED-Ed, they actually have a whole lot of pre-made ones already, so you may be lucky, if I look under lessons, as to find a video on your particular topic. I'm going to look for science here, and I'm going to look for evolution. I know there is some videos on this. I looked for magnetism and there were none. So this tells me there's evolution, so I would more than likely basically take one of these videos. I possibly would have a look at it and to see if that's what I would like. You'll notice down there 350 flips, 5 flips. These are basically the times that people have used that video. They may have added their own content or just used it by themselves. So 239 flips. So let's look at this one here about how did feathers evolve. If we look at this one here, is a little bit about the creators. Video's only about sort of 3 minutes. That's about the best length. There's a little bit up here where the person's put in what they're talking about. There's nothing under watch. You're watching the video effectively. There is 5, if we hover over, 5 multiple choice and some deeper questions over here. And there's some dig deeper and discuss. So the questions sort of range in complexity, going from simpler questions to, as we go through it, the discussion being the far deeper questions. Let's have a quick look at some of them. And you can edit these as well later on. So this has got 6 questions, 5 multiple choice. Here are the multiple choice. You'll know some of those are grayed out because I've actually answered them. I'm just going to haphazardly click one here, hit check your answer, and that wasn't it. Now there's a video hint, because when you put the question in, you can actually put in approximately the place from where the content came from within the video, so it might be after 32 seconds. Or they go try again, where it will throw them back and say this is what you got as an answer before. Let's see what this one is. I'm just haphazardly picking, and again not going very well. Next question. Okay, so they're multiple choice. You can looking at the dig deeper, and there is actually one extended response or open-ended. So that's probably the last one. So there's that one there. So a little bit of an open-ended question. If you're digging deeper, again we're sort of becoming more complex in our questions that we'll ask. So these ones will require possibly some applications of the student's knowledge from the video. You can put in links, things like that here. I don't think you put graphic in. Here also you can have some discussions, a guided discussion or some open discussions. So if I now go flip the lesson, this will now pop that back into my dashboard where all my lessons are. So I'm not going to do that because I already have this one in there. Just to show what it looks like, I'll click back up to my dashboard. 17 videos are in there already, and there it is. I've made it a few times. I'm possibly going to just delete this one here. It says yeah, you shouldn't delete it. Okay, so this is the one I've got here. Alright, so I'm not that lucky to actually have a video, so I want to find my own video and put in my own questions. So this is where you go to find and flip. Effectively this is going to YouTube. So I'm trying to find some material on one of the topics I'm doing at the moment in Year 8, magnetism. So let's see if we can find a video on magnetism. Type it in. Now this is going to find a video. I'm going to pick this one down here. Now obviously with this one here you would say, okay, it's about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, possibly about the maximum length you should really make. You would review this video obviously. Now what I would do is that when I'm reviewing this video to see if it's suitable, got all the things I want to have in there, is I'm going to flip it first of all, so I'm going to start to put in some content. So you'll notice when you flip, it now comes up with some options to add some content to your video. So you might add in some material over here on Let's Begin. Now I've made it a bit quicker here because I've typed some content in. So I'm just going to type in this. So cut and paste straight into my video, and there we have it. So magnetism, I'm just going to move it around a bit. Okay, and backspace a bit, that's it. Alright, you can have something under the heading of watch. Basically self-explanatory. I don't think you actually can. So let's look at think. I'm going to add a few questions. So I'm going to add, you've got 15 questions to pick. You can add in all multiple choice, you could add in some open and multiple choice, it doesn't matter. I'm going to make one multiple choice and an open-ended one. Now again, I've written down a question here I'm going to use, and I'm just going to copy that straight back into my video, and here I will have an answer. Okay, so the question is, how does the north pole of a bar magnet interact with another north pole of a bar magnet? You'll notice here I've got a time down here. So I might be watching this video and realize this is where I'm going to put in my question. And so you can pause it and note the time. So this is quite handy. If the students are getting it wrong, you will send them straight back to the location. I'm going to add some answers, again being lazy, so I'm going to just type this in. It's a little bit more difficult to type when I've got the microphone just in front of me, so that's why I'm doing the lazy way. Because it's an instructional video, you'll just be typing straight in there, so you shouldn't have the problems I'm going to have. And here we have some answers in there. I can make quite a few more choices in multiple choice, I think up to about 5. Alright, pick a question. So it says that how the two north poles interact. Obviously, as a good physics student, you'd need to realize is that they repel each other. You can go to preview or go to the next question and make another question. So it will say, okay, here's the question, it's really going to preview mode, save, and off you go. So you've created your first question. You can create some more questions because remember you can do 15 in this one here. Alright, so that's how you do some there. Notice here on the exclude, you can actually, if you click on that, means don't include a question that says as the heading for think. So you can discard some of these other categories if you've run out of questions. So again, I'd be watching my video and getting the questions from this. So let's look at for a deeper thinking question. Actually, took that out, so here it is. Again, I have typed something in, and we're going to look at this question here about the implications. So requiring a bit more thought from my students, not just getting the answer from the video, asking them what do they think about this. About, okay, the Earth's magnetic field reverses over time. What implications does it have? Alright, you've got so many characters down here. I'm going to put in another discussion and add a new question. Again, I've got something typed up just to make it quicker for us, and there. An explanation, you can put one in if you want to have a suggested answer, and basically that is it. You can also put in finally. Now with this here, you'll notice there that when you're adding in, particularly this last category, you can do a little bit of manipulation of your text, and also you can add in links. So this is quite useful to add in a website or something like that. I don't think you can put a graphic in there, but you can definitely cut and paste some text in there. I'm now going to go, I can preview it, finish in my flip. Now this is going to save to my library with my necessary questions, and I'm ready to go with my flip video lesson. So what I would do now, I've created one here earlier, so this is my latest one. If you do not like it and you want to edit it, you can click on the icon on the right and go into edit mode, and you go straight back into the video, and you can edit any of your little headings and questions and that there. So I'm just going to go back there again. Alright, so that's about it. Enjoy how to make your videos. You can list them to share or whatever. I just basically copy it. So here to share, I copy it to my clipboard. So there's my link for my students. I'm going to close it down. But this is by far the quickest way of producing some flipped classroom videos in which they are gone way beyond just a video being watched by the students. You now have a whole lot of content. You can get the students to dig deeper and show greater understanding and application of their knowledge, and you can also look at some of their discussion questions. So probably the easiest way to produce a video. Other ways you could look at is that there is an editor within YouTube that will let you add questions to YouTube, just as like we've done here, and likewise you could use Camtasia, but this is the easiest way to do it. Thanks for listening.